weather on NBC 10 Boston, Boston's most accurate forecast.
Okay, it's cloudy, it's gray. I feel like grabbing a Starbucks coffee. I feel like I'm in Seattle. It's just nonstop, cloudy, gray, rain, drizzling, but finally, at the start of this week, looks like a nice little lineup for us. Some 80-degree weather, right?
All the way through. Wednesday, Thursday may hit the 80s. Actually, it'd be at 3 days. I'm thinking 90 on Wednesday, so that'll be the hottest day and the one that we want to call the beach day. It's definitely beach worthy even on Tuesday, but temps now in the 50s. It's tough living in New England, right? I mean, when you're right near the water and the wind's coming off the water, and it has been for most of the spring, you don't want to see 55 in Swampscott or 51 in Hull. But BC's at 58 right now and 58 in Needham, so it's a little bit milder. Widen the view. It's in the lower 60s in Londonderry. Leominster 61, 65 in Orange. You go far enough west, and you'll be near 70 degrees in Vermont, and it just keeps getting warmer. But the wind is a little brisk. Some of those gusts have been over 20 miles an hour, close to 30 on Nantucket. Our storm from last week, remember the one that doused us with the heavy rain on Thursday? It is in there. We also had another weather system come in from the west, too, to add to this cloudy confusion. But then, with the drier air back across central Mass, where we were inundated with over 2 inches of rain yesterday in Worcester and greater Worcester, well, we found some sunshine today. Warm surge through midweek. It's lasting for a few days here, at least. This is not a one-off thing that we've seen most of the spring. The hot day is Wednesday. And then, of course, Mother Nature knows when the weekends are, so we'll cool off by the holiday weekend. But cooling off is relative when you come down to the 80s. Cool off could be 70s or some 60s. So it's not like 50s. I don't see a repeat of what we're going through now for the holiday weekend. Tomorrow morning, we'll wake up to some clouds. They come in early. We haven't shaken them from the night, and they stay with us thanks to that northeast wind. But eventually, that dry air moves in, and the Cape may be plagued by clouds for much of the day, but it looks like we'll clear out even near the North Shore and the South Shore, too. It'll just take a little while, and we're expecting the warmest part of the day to be between 3 and 5 o'clock. Away from the coast, why not 70s, right? And Natick and Lowell and Fitchburg, too. So the warm-up essentially starts for many of us tomorrow, except along the water's edge. From Marshfield to Lynn, Boston included, we're still in the 60s, but 60s is better than what we've seen so far this weekend. 58 in Hyannis. And then Tuesday, if you're looking for relief, it's on the Cape. Otherwise, you're looking at 80s just about everywhere. This is a definite beach day. If you can make it one, the winds are out of the southwest. This is a classic warm-up signature that we're seeing in the pattern. So we keep pushing the numbers. And, yeah, 90 is possible on Wednesday. And in Boston, well, we typically have to wait until June 8th for our first 90-degree days. May 4th is our average 80-degree day. So we're well overdue for that. But 90 is a little soon, and some would say way too soon. In Worcester, typically May 4th, your average first 80-degree day, and first average 90. Not that we have many of them in Worcester, is June 21st. Anyway, 52 tonight, cloudy patches of fog, chilly breeze too. Tomorrow's high temperature, again, Boston 64, and elsewhere we'll make it into the 70s, so we're much milder away from the coast. Sun set at 8:04. That should have said 64, not 57. We're stuck in that cool pattern. There's the hot day, and then what is cool down for the end of the week? Well, going through the 70s, yeah, and then maybe some 60s. The winds are definitely on shore for a good part of the holiday weekend. I don't think we'll see a repeat of the 50s. I'm pretty certain of that, but 67 and 68 may be generous for the latter half of the holiday weekend, and we may run into a couple of sprinkles, but it seems like most of the wet weather would come after the holiday weekend, Darren.
Pete, thank you for that warm weather forecast and also filling in on the Sunday. We'll scan the QR code right there on your screen to download the NBC 10 Boston app. When you visit the weather section, you can get access to our exclusive 10-day forecast anytime, plus set up weather alerts for where you live.